Hello, hello. So this is Search Party by Hannah Ritchell. Could be Rochelle, I suppose. I think it's Ritchell. Anyway. So this one is about Max and Annie and their 12-year-old son. So Max and Annie invite their old university friends and their families from London to the dry run of their glamping site called Wildernest in Cornwall. As fights break out between the children, the adults are soon embroiled in their own tensions with each other. And when one of the group goes missing and a storm rolls in, isolating the families, tensions and secrets rise to the surface, and each is intent on protecting their own at all costs. I feel like I'm sometimes drawn to these stories where something sinister happens while families are camping, because whilst tents are really cute and the great outdoors is really nice, there's something scary to me about camping. Probably because I went camping with my family when I was a kid, and I mean, like, nobody died or anything, but it just wasn't great. So in this book, the story cuts between the investigation by the police and the aftermath of events. And then there's the hospital room where one of the group is in ICU, and then the events of the weekend leading up to the person going missing. The chapters are all headed with a character's name, so we know whose perspective we're getting. And as I started this one, I was feeling a bit cautious about the structure. That's like 3 timelines. And then there are a lot of characters to keep track of because there's quite a few families and there's, partners and kids and stuff like that. But in the end, I actually found it really easy to follow, so don't be put off by that. We don't know what happened and who is missing or who is in the hospital at the start of the book. So the central mystery is about what happened as well as who did or knows what, and all of these kind of pieces you piece together over the course of reading it. So this one was labeled propulsive reading by its marketing team, and I think that's a very apt word for this one. It's what I think of as a good, fun read, in that it sets out to do something and it achieves it in a genre style. You buy this one thinking it's going to be well-paced and twisty, and it is. It delivers. It's one of those thrillers with loads of short chapters, which I really enjoy in this genre. It makes things fast and intriguing as you're piecing them together. It kind of keeps those pages turning. And the little bits of backstory and sort of plotting and the pieces of the mystery, they're dropped in at just the right time so that you're kept kind of turning pages and reading one more chapter and that kind of thing. And there's also a great deal of tension built in. So I read this book in 2 sittings. I just kind of really enjoyed it. Another thing I liked about this book was the different families. So the group all knew each other in university, and it's a few decades later. So they've stayed in touch, which I like. People do that. But they've also grown in very different directions. And this felt very real to me. Sometimes if we met our old friends for the first time today, we might not relate to them at all. But with old friends, we have this shared history. So, for example, one family is super laid back and kind of hippie-ish. And then another is a famous TV reality judge. So the 2 fathers in these 2 families, they're best friends really, and have been the whole time. But over time, their goals and values have grown them in these sort of really different ways and different directions. And I just liked that. It felt very relatable and real to me because that's often how it is, A lot of the characters I didn't really like or relate to, but all of them made sense and were interesting to read about. So I feel like that's a key thing. The history and dynamics between them made for some great sort of twists and conflicts and secrets coming to light and stuff as well. So overall, this book is well-paced, intriguing, a page-turner. So if you're looking for an entertaining thriller, you might really like this one. If you're into Ruth Ware or Lucy Foley, that kind of thing, this one is winding and mysterious. It's well-paced, it's tense, and you'll probably find yourself staying up past your bedtime to read just one more chapter. So thank you to Simon & Schuster Canada because they sent me an ARC of this one for review. You can check out some of my other videos. I also have another channel and socials, so you can find links below if you want more of that. And if you want to hang out again, remember to like and subscribe. And you can always leave a comment, let me know what you thought, or let me know what else you might want to see. Thank you.